Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for sticking it out with me for all of these years. I thank you for those of you that have contacted me for a private reading here recently. I do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And for those of you that are going to contact me for a private reading. So if you have anything that's pending, any thoughts, any doubts, any questions that you would like answered, or at least a different opinion, please contact me. My email is down below, raisashealingarts11@gmail.com. And if you would like to look at some of my prices for readings, you can check them out at raisastarot.blogspot.com. I guess the address should be down below as well. I'll put it in there in case you're interested. So again, thank you for your likes, your shares, and your lovely comments. I will see what kind of energies we are going to be dealing with in the upcoming week. So we're going to take a little peek at the energies from the 4th through to the 10th of August with this reading. Now, the cards that came out as I was shuffling, like always, which is the precursor, the preview of the reading. The first one was Wisdom. It's all about being a wise sage. It's about sharing your wisdom. We go through a lot of lessons in life. We go through a lot of ups. We go through a lot of downs. There's times when we're very, very happy and we like to share ourselves with others. Then there's times when we're not so happy. A lot of things happen and then we try to pull within and not share some of the situations that go on in our lives. But those are the important times that we do need to share with others, because we are not unique. We go through the same things. All of us do, just at different times in our lives. We're going through different lessons. We all deal with them in different ways, and sometimes it doesn't turn out so great. So it's usually a good idea to share, learn, constantly be learning, connect to the divine. Listen to your intuition so that from that you can grow, you can learn, and then share with others, which is the best advice that I could give you when it comes to this card. Is we're being told that we need to start sharing the things that we learn, the things that we know, the good and the bad, so that other people can benefit from our trials and tribulations and the ways that we overcome them. It's very hard sometimes to be able to share some of our worst nightmares, or the things that keep us up at night. Our fears, they really eat us up inside. So it's time that we start jotting everything down, perhaps even writing it in a way where we can then tell others or share it with others, either in a blog or in a book, or just notes that you post online, or maybe even a channel as well. So you can talk to other people and just begin, with one situation, and before you know it, you could write a book, because every day you could post something online, and people will start following you. You could let me know about it and I can start following you, because I like to hear the things that happen to other people. I also would put a comment, because like I said, we all go through a lot of the same situations. The next card that came out was, I believe, Appetite. So we need to learn as well from our appetites and what we have chased very hard in the past, or what we didn't chase and we should have. Sometimes our appetites, they tend to form us, they make us who we are in some situations, and in others we tend to learn from them in a bad way, because of our appetites, because we moved too quickly and we didn't think about the things that we were doing. They led us down the wrong path. Okay, and a lot of it had to do with our romantic choices. Learning how to choose, learning how to make the right choice when it comes to a partner, when it comes to loving yourself. Sometimes we have to be very patient in order for the right person to come into our lives, or for the right way of us to look at ourselves and love ourselves. Know that we are perfect in the way that we are, that we are learning lessons, and therefore if we have limitations, or if we have issues that perhaps other people don't agree with us, it's not it's not our fault. It's something that we're learning, and they should not judge us. Therefore, if they say something that's discriminating or that is mean, ignore it, because their ignorance is not your problem either. But you do have to go through your situation in life, and for all of us it's different, but we still go through the same things. So it's good to share our wisdom. It's also good to learn from the past. The things that you have had to experience in the past are there for a reason. Okay, do not repeat them by moving too quickly, by allowing your appetites to drag you along, instead of you dragging it along and saying, wait a second here now. I'm going to take a minute here to check this situation out, or this person, or I'm not going to move quickly anymore and make decisions. I'm going to take my time in deciding, is this person good for me? Is that situation good for me? Is this food something that's going to nourish me, or is it just going to stay on my hips and do absolutely nothing for me? Is it poison for my body? Because appetites could be anywhere from sexual appetites to food, drugs. You can, let your appetites just run rapid in your life and destroy you. And, initially you don't see it. But in the hindsight, when you look back at the years that you've spent allowing your appetites to run away with you and just destroy everything that you have built, you tend to think, damn, but that's something that you are learning, okay? It's a lesson. And wisdom comes hard to all of us. But it's a badge that we should wear with honor, no matter what it is that we overcame, that we did, and we said goodbye to, and were able to live through it. It's something positive. It's something good that you should share with others. Loving yourself, again, is something very important. Put yourself first before you make a decision. Is this going to be good for me? Are my appetites running away with me? Am I choosing too quickly? And that's anywhere. Work, home, relationship, whatever it is, friendships. Slow your roll down. Be more patient. Be more patient with yourself. Be patient with other people. Know that everything happens in divine timing. If there's something that you're waiting to manifest in your life and it hasn't happened yet, it's because it's not the right time. You don't want to force something to happen. You don't want someone to look your way or choose you above others until it's time. Until you've proven yourself and proven to yourself that this is a person that you want in your life. So it goes both ways. You have to slow down. Perhaps some of the things that you're hoping for are not ready to manifest, so you need to be patient with the divine, with those around you, and with what you are asking for. Because this maiden right here, she's posed in prayer. She's looking up at the divine and praying for something. She's wanting something to manifest in her life. Probably love. There's a little red flower in her hair, and there's little red flowers here somewhere in this that I noticed in her dress here. So passion. Something that you love, something that perhaps feeds your appetites, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's a talent, because I have that on the table as well. No matter what it is, all of it also feeds your wisdom and helps you become the person that you will be later, the person that you will share your experiences with other people. Okay? We're also being told that with the lessons that we need to learn and the things that we are being told in our ear, our inspiration, our intuition, we're procrastinating with it. We're not moving forward. We're not sticking with it. Time is of the essence. For some of you, there's something that you need to do, and time is ticking. And for some of you, you miss an opportunity that's very important because you're procrastinating. You're not lighting that fire under your butt that gets you moving forward. You're worrying about other things, and you're not worrying about the one thing that intuition has been trying to point at you and go, hey, you need to do this, and you need to do it within this time period. Otherwise, you're going to miss a window of opportunity that we have been setting up for you that's very important. Now, for all of you, that's different, okay? That's just some stuff that I had to say. For some of you, it's art, and that could be what it is for me as well. There's an art project or something that I need to start doing because there's something that I need to do to take me back to a place where I was 10 years ago. Divine timing. There is no time there for them. The time is for us. It's something that we mark. And it's something that I stopped doing a very long time ago, and I need to bring it back to set it back up into my life path, which is part of it is art. And I do paint from time to time, but there's something urgent that they've been trying to tell me. You need to start this, and you only have a certain amount of time to get it done before there's something there that you're going to miss if you don't get it together. Don't procrastinate anymore. Don't look at the the little flowers over here when you should be painting them on the canvas over there. It's an example. For you, it might be your health. It could be very well an addiction that you need to kick. It could be getting your mind together, focusing on your next step, where you're going. You're running out of time. Have you planned enough? Do you know exactly what you're doing so that you don't get lost? It could be a job that you are supposed to be applying for, and you're lollygagging, waiting for something better to come about, and time is ticking. Time is of the essence. This procrastination has got to go because you have the light already. You have already been shown the next step. You already know what you need to do. The thing is, you're not going very fast to achieve this little thing that you have, that your intuition has already informed you of. Your guides, angels, past ones, whatever it is, however you get your messages, whether it was written on a piece of paper and dropped in front of you, doesn't matter. It happens, okay? Even that can happen. But your intuition has been telling you something, and you need to do it before you run out of the time that it has allocated for you to either meet someone that's going to be important in your life, a job that could come about because of it, a person that will buy your art or your clothing or whatever it is that you do, a person that will contract you for a commercial or some acting, a play, whatever. It's a talent, in other words. Art here represents a talent. Music, painting, dancing, acting, whatever it is, it's something that you do that's a talent, and that you'll meet another person that is very talented, perhaps, if you follow through with your intuitive guidance. All right? There is a sorry, the thing is, I'm translating. These cards are in Spanish, so I have to figure the word out and translate the inspiration into English so you can understand it. For some of you that understand Spanish, hechicería, so it's like a spell that needs to be broken. Okay, and I'm not saying that someone put magic on you or a spell on you and has made you lethargic. That could be, but the spell could be upon yourself, a spell that you are under, that you don't want to move forward, that you're just tired or lethargic, or you don't want to do anything, and you need to listen to your intuition that has been telling you quite a lot of things, and some of it is important. It's right there telling you, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. Yeah, you're going to run out of time on certain things when it comes to art or your talent or a movement forward, whatever it is. Some of us, it's very important that we do this, whatever this inspiration is, and break the spell of lethargic, of being just laying around, not wanting to do anything. Or maybe you're not laying around, maybe you're working on something else, but this one thing that keeps bugging you, you're not doing it. The inspiration, there's inspiration that will come about once you begin this project, or once you set off on this path or move or whatever it is that you need to do. For all of us, again, it's something different. Listening to celestial music or listening to classical music is a lot like celestial music, because they play certain tones, certain tunes, that are baroque, perhaps even. That's a type of music that inspires artists. So it's a type of classical music. It's a certain type because it has certain tones, and music hits those notes. And for some of you, it could be rap. For some of you, it could be whatever kind of music, whatever it is that hits that tone, that breaks the spell, that gets you out of the position where you're procrastinating and not moving forward is what is important. There's also some tranquility as well that you need to look for yourself. If you are too busy and you're doing too many things, you cannot focus on the inspiration that's coming from the divine. So you need to find some tranquil time. Make the time to be at peace so the inspiration can come in, so that you can connect to that intuition or whatever they're trying to tell you, whatever it is that they're trying to get you to do that you're not doing, that you're procrastinating, that you're under a spell, that you can't seem to move forward. Your intuition is talk, 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 and you're like blah, blah, blah. You're not wanting to listen to it, and it's going to hurt you in the long run, because 10 years from now you'll look back and you go, why didn't I do that? I know that I wanted to, because it'll come back around, and then you'll say, wow, I should have done it then when I started. But something stopped you. You listened to someone else, or someone else changed your path that you were on at that time, and you shouldn't have let them, because in retrospect you are going to be doing it again. You're going to look back and go, shit, I'm having to do this again, like myself. So when intuition talks to you and you know that something is wrong or something is right, or you're supposed to be doing a certain thing, you can bend your own rules and say, okay, for the love of this person, I will change, I will do this for you for now, but later on I'm going to go back. Just know that when you have to return back to the thing that you set down a long time ago, don't kick yourself for it because you did it for love. You bent the rule, or you got off your path because you loved your mother. You had to take care of her. Your parents were ailing, they needed your help. Your sibling needed you at that time. You had to stop your path that was making you very, very happy in order to aid your family members, and you chose to do so. You weren't forced. It wasn't something that was forced upon you. You met somebody, you fell in love, and then you went off your path, your beaten path. Don't kick yourself for doing that, because all of us do that at some point. Again, a lesson to put yourself sometimes first, because you could have continued down that path and told everyone else, hey, listen, you're going to have to deal with this, and I will help you if I can. In the meanwhile, I'll do what I can to help. And then continue down your own path, or your own intuitive guidance, because otherwise, we're just lost. We're just lost, and then we have to backtrack, and that's not easy sometimes. Alright, let's see, what deck am I going to use? I have many out here because a lot of them have called me. So I have readings I need to do today, so I have many decks on the table. You're procrastinating about projects that you need to begin, that you need to do. You're worried about it. It's even keeping you up. You can't seem to get it going. But you need to. You need to do whatever it takes to break you out of the spell and to get you moving along. And if there is someone out there that feels that they are enchanted or under some type of a spell that someone put on them just to keep them, down, underfoot, without being able to move forward, you can talk to the archangels, especially Michael, and light a candle for him, or for it, because what they are is energy. Light a candle for that type of energy that's very combative, very protective, that breaks things that are negative energy, that are not supposed to be there, stuck to your aura, that cuts it away, so that you can break away from that. You do something for it. You light a candle and you go help some people, pick up some garbage for Mother Earth, whatever it is. It's like you barter with this energy and go, I'm going to do this and that for this. Please help me detach myself from this negative energy, or from these people that are doing what. And trust me, you pray and you really believe it, and you put a lot of faith into what you're doing, and the belief that angel is going to, it's immediate, but you just don't realize how fast these energies can work. But they do. Okay, there are some things that are coming into our lives at this time as we move forward during this month and this week. There's going to be some things that transform you because you're going to be taking some steps forward. You're going to break out of that procrastination or out of the idea that you think that you cannot move, you cannot do something, because really the only one that's really cutting you off is yourself. It's your own thoughts that cut you off from the things that you really want to do. So you're going to break away from that because you're going to come to the realization, this is the Tower card, that what you have built, some of the things you have built up to now have been without a solid foundation because it doesn't resonate with your soul. It doesn't resonate with who you are spiritually. So no matter how much you want something, have sex with something, eat something, push down your feelings and stay somewhere that is not healthy for you, eventually, boom, the House of Cards comes tumbling down and you go rolling right along with it because you cannot stop the force of energy and the magnetism, also the repellent. When you're with someone that no longer resonates with you, you will repel each other like the magnets when they pull together and when they fall apart, when they push each other away, literally, because they don't resonate. It's not resonant. You're not resonating with another person, with a situation, with a home, with a job, and eventually you will repel yourself from that, or they will repel you. Either way, it ends. So there's endings. There's endings to the way that you think, endings to the way that you act, endings to the places that you're in, relationships. And you're starting to notice it. You're starting to say, wow, I'm glad I am out of this relationship. I'm glad I chose to end it because we didn't have that much in common anymore. Oh, we had good sex. So what? You could find even better somewhere else with someone that resonates with your soul and not just with your lower chakras. There's more. There's deeper, more meaningful relationships. It's not all about sexuality or your appetites like that card was, mentioning. And we need to realize that there's more to life than that. We're here because we're spiritual beings and we need to connect with another being in a spiritual way as well, not just body, because that gets old. We get old and we get past that stage. And then there's other things, and if you're not resonant with the person that you're with, it falls apart. Boom. And you wonder what the fuck happened. Well, you were only resonating on a lower vibration, the bottom chakras, the sexual chakras. You weren't vibrating with the rest of them. There was no connection there, anywhere else, just there. That's not good. And then there were other things, if you really are honest with yourself, that weren't resonating either. They weren't putting in their 50% of nothing else. Maybe they did some things that were good, but it's not all about sexuality. Or, hey, I'll bring you the money and you got to do this and that for me. That's not cool. What is that? It's like a cheap prostitution. Fuck that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse. Really. I'm trying to clean up my act. Sometimes it doesn't happen though. So there is a transformation that's coming along for all of us because we're waking up to a higher vibration, to a higher connection to the divine. We don't want the same lower vibrations, and trust me, there's many levels of it down here on the earth, and it's thick and heavy and it pushes you down. And other people want to push you down because if you shine too much, they're not going to like it because you're going to surpass them in every way, and they don't like that, truly. It's their ego. If they would get past that, they would see that it's a great thing and they'll help you. Those are the people you want around you, the ones that help you. If they don't help you, then you know that eventually you have to say adios to whoever doesn't, because that's not what you want. You want to be able to have someone sustain you and love you and really, really care for you. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. There's family, friends, people that you're tight with, your G's, your ABC, whatever you want to call them, but you want them to really support you. I don't have any water. I gotta go get it. Wait. Start talking on a higher vibration, the shit just doesn't want you to say it. Doesn't want you to talk. Tough shit. I'm gonna talk. There'll be messages that come in. Messages that come in, things that you will hear. that are going to set you on a new path, and it's divinely guided. It will always be divinely guided. You just need to see it from that perspective so that you can see that everything is an ebb and flow. Everything is divinely guided. There are other people that are coming into your life that are going to be a lot like you, so eventually we're going to start attracting the like-minded people. Soulmates, not necessarily romantic partners, but people that vibrate on the same level when it comes to your talents, when it comes to the things that you like, swimming together, swimming in the same fishbowl together without fighting, without wanting to eat each other up, because you're happy with each other, you're happy with these new friends, the new ambience, the new places that you're finding that you're moving toward, due to messages that you're going to hear and things that, the next step, and it helps you. It'll help you take better control of your life and the direction that you are headed in, okay? All right. For some of you, it'll be another job, because one, doesn't make ends meet, you want to expand, perhaps you want to go in another direction, so you get another job, and it helps you. You'll be balancing. You might be a little bit more tired or whatever, but you'll be able to balance, because whatever it is that you're going to do, this second thing, another job, another person, another situation, you're going to really like it. So you'll be able to balance what you're already doing, due to the fact that you'll love this other thing, and it gives you what the other situations in your life take away. It'll feed you energy, prana, so that you can keep going, keep moving forward to where you're more stable. For a fire, stability, laying down the foundations for a committed relationship, a commitment to a job, a commitment to a study, to a talent, to your life, commitment to a home, a new place, whatever it is, and you're happy. You're playing a flute. So for some of you, it's commitment to music, to an instrument that brings you happiness. You keep moving forward, okay? Because it'll help balance you out. It helps balance your emotions. For some of you, there's a judge. There's justice. You're being judged fairly. We have to wait, though. Divine timing. Even though our wishes are out there, we've asked for certain things, we have to wait, okay? There's a healing that's coming about in your life. It's coming slowly, but it's divinely guided, and it's how would I say, it's something that's already put in place, to help you, okay? It's karmic. That was the word I was looking for, because with these two cards together, Justice and the Star card, which brings about hope and healing for something that you've asked for, something that you've wished for, and Justice being a very karmic card. This could also represent air signs. This is Aquarius and Libra represented here. So these type of peoples may be around you or help you heal in some way or assist you in some way. But for the most part, it's justice, balance that's coming in, healing that's coming in due to this new vibration that you are vibrating in, this new talent, this new thing that you're raising your vibrations, that you are doing now because you've asked for it, you want it, you yearn it into your soul, and it's coming because you're listening to your intuition, and you need to, okay? It also brings about some very important choices. This is the Lover's card, so either a soulmate or someone very important that comes into your life because you listen to intuition, you listen to the guidance. It could be a very important job, a person, a friend, a new friend that you get that's really, really nice. Could be a little younger or just something new. Again, messages that come in that have a lot to do with commitment, a new commitment that happens along because you follow guidance, you're listening to your intuition, and it's wish card. It's a wish that you have put out there. These are pretty cards, aren't they? Break away from the spell that you are under that's keeping you at non-action, worrying about this or that. Don't worry about anything. Things will come about when divine timing is there. You just need to every day take a little step forward towards the things that you do want to build, toward a foundation, toward commitment, toward happiness in your own life. There's a calling that you should be listening to because it's there. It's a calling from the divine. It's something that's revived, that was dead, that was no longer in your life, and it comes back. And I'm not saying it has to be a person. It could just be a desire to do something with your life that you love. And it could be a person as well. But it's something revived. It's a calling that you have, your own personal growth calling, okay, for your own divine life path. And that's what you need to listen to. All right. Hang on. All right. I pulled out 3 oracle decks to give you messages. So again, you're to pick from piles A, B, or C. And I'm going to pull a tarot card. All right. Holding it upside down. Not good. Well, the cards are flying out now. No, thank you. All right. We're setting it aside. We're reading what we got. Again, patience. Another card of being patient, because there are cycles that are ending in your life and natural. So there's a natural end to things and a natural beginning. By being patient, being able to set aside your appetites or take control of them so they don't control you. Being able to blend your emotional life with your physical life, what you're doing and your emotions, being able to blend them together so you don't freak out, you don't move too quickly, you don't miss a detail, blending. We have temperance and we have the world. So an ending, being very patient, being very moderate with how you do things until the cycle ends and the new one begins. There's a natural time when it'll happen, and you'll know it because, well, you'll be right in the midst of it, and you won't be able to miss it. So the things that you are trying to do or change in your life, there's going to be a time when normally it'll end and a new one will begin. Okay, there's a lot of responsibilities that you have. So some of these responsibilities, like she's grabbing one in her hand going, today I'm going to focus on this one, okay, and move it forward like the King of Wands does. He enacts, okay. He has a little heart. So for some of you, there could be a fire sign that comes into your life that surprises you, or that gives you some important information or helps you move forward in the things that you're trying to manifest in your life. So keep that in mind. I have to organize the cards a little bit. I have all kinds of cards everywhere. All right, so now, A, B, or C. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Already. Oh, yeah. Marriage for some. So for some of you, you're in a very significant relationship, which is about to move up to another level. So for some of you, get ready because you're going to be proposed to. Okay, and it might come as a big surprise. So remember, you have to make sure that it's something that you want. And it's not vibrating only on the lower chakras, that it's something important, that you know that you're ready for this. You're prepared for this everlasting, What was that card? It fell down. You've got the power. Use your abilities to resolve the situation. You can do it. You're walking a little tightrope for some of you. Not easy. Maybe it's to do with this marriage or this commitment that you've got going on in your lives. But you can do it, It's just something that you have to really take your time, be patient, and think about it, because there'll be a natural time when it'll happen. One section or cycle of your life ends and the new one begins. These readings, they connect. All of it connects together. You just have to see where it is in your life that it's connecting, and what the messages are that are resonating with you, and what part of it is resonating with you. but it all connects one way or the other. Okay? And alright, for those of you that chose A, you're being asked to look for a sign. Okay, there'll be a sign that will take you to the next step for that one situation that you're looking for or that you're trying to achieve in your life, or perhaps even a talent or something you feel stuck, you don't know which way to go or what to do. Look for the sign, because it's going to be there, whether it's a literal sign that you read and go, oh my god, look at that, that's my sign, or it's on a license plate, it's a show that you're watching, all of a sudden you turn on some movie and you hear something that has to do with exactly what you were thinking about, or the answer that you were looking for, and you'll hear it. Someone will say it to you, or you'll hear a person, you'll hear a conversation. So there you will hear your answer. It'll come to you as a sign. And at that point you're going to be saying goodbye to the old you and hello to the new you. So again, big transformations are coming into your life. If you chose A, it already showed in the reading. But sometimes spirit is very helpful, and it happens in a very, very slow manner so that you can get your footing, and sometimes they pull the rug out from under you where you'll fly. You just have to have faith that they're going to catch you, okay? That it's happening like that for a reason, so that you don't miss the next step, so that you don't have time to even think about procrastinating, because something is going to happen a couple of days down the road, or a few years, or a few days, whatever, months, and that you need to not miss, and you have to be at a certain place, a certain person, or whatever. You know what I mean? There's something that they have already set up down the road that you can't miss, so the shit's going to happen quick. And for some, it'll happen slow, okay? You finished one part of your life, and now a new and even better part is beginning. So again, the World card, the cycle that is ending so that the new one can begin, okay? And then you're being asked to, in your own way, move shit forward. Don't procrastinate, because then you're going to miss out on the big plan, on the big aha moment. You're going to have a little bit of chaos and conflict as these energies come in and go out, and all the changes that you're going to experience will happen. But it is necessary in order for you to grow, and it's necessary for you to learn your lesson, and it's necessary for you to be in the next place. We're here in passing only, okay? A lot of us are like gypsies. We don't really stay anywhere long enough to make a lot of difference, just enough to change shit and move forward. So that's another thing that you have to always keep in mind, all right? We're not meant to stay in one place and rot. We're meant to move from here to there, from there to here, and everyone we touch, we change. And everywhere we go, we start something new with someone new and change their lives. We're here to wake people up, not to sit on our butts and do absolutely nothing, but get fat or indulge our appetites, drugs, food, sex. Nah. We can do that for a little while, but it gets old, and when it does, it's time to move your ass, and do something else. B. Perfect timing. This is the perfect timing for your intuition, for the things that you're thinking, for what you're trying to get done. Do it now. Don't procrastinate, okay? Now is the time for the magic to happen. She has a chalice with like a DNA strand, or the kundalini, or whatever you want to call it, underneath it. So it's perfect timing for unions. It's perfect timing to start something that you love. It's perfect timing to get yourself going, to wake yourself up. No more wasting time. Easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything, and all the doors will open for you. So if you're trying to force something, or control something, or go here, do that, or just do things that are not what you're being asked to do, just things on the outside, stop trying to control what you're trying to manifest. It's going to happen. You just have to listen to your intuition and go down that road, down that guidance. Don't do the extra shit on the side. It's a never-ending story, so you feel like you're just going over and over and over the same shit over and over and over again. If there's people that come back from the past, don't relive that shit anymore. Try to close the door on that. Try to move forward into something new. Don't do something old, because It's not going to work for you. It'll just come over again and again. You'll end up in the same damn place that you are now, trying to change your life, because there's stuff that just keeps happening and you don't know why. Make a different decision. Go in a different direction. Don't try to control the way things happen. Listen to your intuition, listen to guidance, and go in another direction. Okay, and it's the perfect timing for you to do so. C. For you, it's in the near future. You're having to wait a little bit, okay? Because again, we're also working with temperance, which would temper our emotions, our forward movement, just temper ourselves until the right timing shows up. So in the near future for you is going to be what you have asked for, either the partnership or the friendship or the assistant or the family, the children, the birth, whatever it is you've asked for. It's coming in the near future. Not so far away, near. Be yourself in the meanwhile. This situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. Be who you are for real, not who other people want you to be or look or think or say or do. Be who you are. Because if you're not your authentic self, then when you do show it, they're going to go, who the hell's that? It's you, but you cover it up under so many layers of everyone else that you don't even find yourself after a while. You don't even know who you are. Perhaps it's time for you to take a nap. Pay attention to your dreams. Look for signs. Work on yourself. Be more of your authentic self. That's where the magic happens. When you're you and you start attracting that energy of who you are, the people that need to be around you, and the things that you need to do, then in the near future, what you're asking about or what you're hoping for will manifest. Okay? Be patient. Love you guys. Talk to you again soon. Bye for now. And leave your comments down below because, believe it or not, I do read them. I put a little heart on there to let you know that I read it and I agree. And sometimes I comment. Have a great week, alright? I'll talk to you again next week. And remember, if you want a private reading with me, contact me, okay? And we'll hook up. Bye for now.